A week before the wedding, my fiancée suddenly changed the venue to the beach. Her friends were teasing her. You changed the wedding venue just because Philip likes the beach? And you didn't even tell your fiancé? What if his family shows up to an empty venue? Besides, will he even agree? I heard he was the one who picked the mountain resort. My fiancé answered nonchalantly. It's fine. He loves me so much, he went blind for me. What wouldn't he do for me? He cares so much about this wedding, he's probably checked the plans 100 times. When he sees I changed the location, he'll obviously tell his family. I stood at the door, completely silent. After a long moment, I left, pretending I hadn't heard a thing. On the wedding day, my fiancé called me in a panic from the venue. Eric, where are you? I looked out the window at the falling snow. I'm already here. The mountain resort wedding was something I had planned long ago. That place had a special meaning for Anna and me. But I never expected she would change it all because of a single comment from Philip. My hand was trembling. I stood at the door, not daring to make a sound. Anna's friend, Megan, frowned, confused. A marriage is between two people. You should have at least told Eric, right? How is he supposed to prepare otherwise? Anna waved her hand, annoyed. What's there to prepare? The mountains are freezing. The beach is so much more comfortable. But this is a wedding. Don't you think it's disrespectful to not even tell him? Anna was getting impatient. If he found out, he'd just ask a million questions and probably throw a fit. Then I'd have to calm him down. It's too much trouble. Anyway, he loves me so much, he'll definitely agree. I mean, look at him. He went blind for me. What's changing a wedding venue compared to that? Someone next to her snickered. I know what Anna's thinking. It's all for Philip. I mean, who could say no to a guy that handsome? Haha, we all thought you'd end up marrying Philip. He's so good looking, and his family is loaded. Anna's face fell. Shut up. Don't let me hear that again. If Eric throws a scene, I'll hold you all responsible. The group laughed. All right, we'll stop. You've got it made. Eric is wrapped around your finger. Suddenly, Anna's phone rang. The caller ID said, Philip. Everyone smirked. Speak of the devil. Anna didn't correct them, just answered the phone in a soft voice. Philip's smiling voice came from the other end. Anna, did you really order that suit for me? I heard there's a 6-month waiting list. I had someone fly it in from Milan. It'll be here next week. Won't that be really expensive? It's only 50,000. If you like it, it's worth it. Philip was overcome with emotion. You're too good to me. I'll definitely wear it for you on your wedding day. Anna smiled gently. Okay, I'll be waiting. After she hung up, her friends started hooting. He's going to upstage the groom. Anna, are you marrying Eric or Philip? Anna just laughed it off. Eric and I are like an old married couple. It doesn't matter what he wears. Philip's different. He needs this suit more. I stood by the door, a bitter smile on my face. My wedding suit was bought right here in town. The day we went to try it on, my vision hadn't recovered yet, so I asked Anna to be my eyes. After I tried on the third one, she just brushed me off. They all look good. Let's just get this one. It's not like you can see the details anyway. She was in a hurry to pay. The receipt showed it cost 200. So, she was capable of planning thoughtful surprises. Just not for me. On the way home, I bit my lip so hard it almost bled, but tears still streamed down my face. 5 years. For 5 whole years, I was naive enough to think she understood me. When I first said I wanted to get married at the mountain resort, she smiled and ruffled my hair. Okay, she said. I was so moved in that moment. She remembered. She had to have remembered. Remembered that it was where we first met. Remembered that I'd once fallen and been covered in blood for her. Remembered how I held her hand tightly in a blizzard and told her not to be afraid. But it turns out she didn't remember at all. Or rather, she never really cared. I remembered my doctor's warning. Emotional stress could affect my optic nerve recovery. I tilted my head back, trying to force the tears back, but a sob escaped my throat, raw and hoarse. Anna called. The background was noisy, the music deafening. Eric, Megan, and the girls are throwing me a bachelorette party tonight. I'm not coming home. I paused for a couple of seconds. Okay, this bachelorette party had been going on for 3 days now. At 1 a.m., I couldn't sleep, so I scrolled through my social media feed. Megan had posted a 9-photo grid on Instagram with the caption, "The bride's last night of freedom." In the center photo, a flushed-looking Philip was drunk and leaning against Anna's shoulder. Her hand was hovering near his waist. The comments were full of remarks like, "They look so good together. What a shame. They're childhood sweethearts, don't say things like that. Careful, you might make Eric mad." Anna herself replied to that one. "Eric won't mind. If he makes a scene over something like this, then we might as well not get married." I quietly liked the comment, turned off my phone, and went to sleep. She was so sure I would tolerate it, just like I tolerated the venue change, the 50,000 suit, and every single "we're just friends." But this time, I didn't want to tolerate it anymore. I went to the hospital for my follow-up appointment alone. At the last one, the doctor had said my vision was fluctuating and that someone had to accompany me. Hearing the doctor's words again, I just smiled faintly. I'll be fine on my own. As I left the hospital, a downpour started. I glanced into a nearby cafe and saw 2 people. Anna was holding up her phone, and Philip was leaning on her shoulder, making a peace sign as they took a selfie, their cheeks pressed together. The watch on Philip's wrist was the new model Anna had claimed she was getting for a client last week. I let out a self-deprecating laugh and walked home in the pouring rain. When Anna got home, I was changing out of my soaked clothes. She looked up, startled. "Why are you soaking wet?" "Follow-up appointment." Anna's expression froze. "That was today?" I gave a small, humorless laugh. "Yeah. Third time I reminded you." She ran a hand through her hair in frustration. "I've been so busy lately, I forgot. Anyway, your vision's recovered, so skipping one appointment is no big deal." I looked at her quietly. The doctor said my optic nerve is still deteriorating. Anna was speechless. After a moment of silence, she looked up again, a hint of annoyance in her eyes. "Are you trying to remind me again that you went blind for me? So I wasn't supposed to bring it up." In her eyes, it was just me trying to hold it over her head. When I didn't say anything, Anna flew into a rage. "There you go with that face again. So I forgot once. Why do you always get upset over every little thing?" I looked at her collar and said softly, "You have some blueberry jam on you." From the cafe. Anna instinctively went to wipe her collar, then froze. "You?" I added calmly, "Philip's watch looks nice." Anna's face flushed with anger, and she pointed at me, furious. "Were you following me? Seriously?" His mood was bad, so he wanted to talk. You know what his family situation is like. He only has me. "Eric, can't you be more generous? This is getting ridiculous." I couldn't help but laugh out loud. What a coincidence. At my appointment today, I only had me too. Anna seemed stung by that, and she stammered, "He's different. You have people who care about you." Suddenly, her phone rang. It was Philip again. She answered anxiously. Philip's choked-up voice came from the other end. "Anna, I fell. It really hurts. Don't be scared. I'm coming right now." She hung up and pulled the door open. Then, as if remembering something, she glanced back at me. "You need to do some self-reflection. I'll go with you to the wedding favor shop tomorrow. And stop following me. It makes you look like a clown." Anna left, but her words echoed in my ears. A clown? She was right. But why did it take me until now to see it? It seems I've been blind for a very long time. On the way to the wedding favor shop, the atmosphere in the car was painfully awkward. I put in my earbuds and closed my eyes. Anna tapped her fingers on the steering wheel, restless and anxious. "This weather is perfect for the beach." Her eyes flickered over to me. When I didn't react, she cleared her throat and raised her voice. "I hear that beachside hotel is super popular right now. A lot of celebrities are getting married there." I still didn't open my eyes, just grunted softly. Anna frowned, her tone becoming impatient. "Eric, are you even listening to me?" I opened my eyes slightly.
"I'm listening."
"So what?" Anna was caught off guard. "Nothing. Just making small talk." A cool breeze blew in through the window, clearing my head a little. "Anna, is there anything you need to tell me about the wedding?" I turned to look at her. This was the only time I would ask, and it would be the last. She avoided my gaze and forced a laugh. I'm happy to leave all the planning to you. I trust you. I lowered my eyes, my expression. She was still acting. Even now, if she would just be honest, maybe I could still… No, it was too late. I clenched my fists. So this is what trust was for. To be trampled on. Anna gave a dry laugh, her eyes darting around. Her heart filled with unease. He must know, she thought. He's just sulking. I'll just have to sweet-talk him at the last minute. Inside the shop, I saw the mock-up for the custom pastries I had ordered. The little cakes with the snow-capped mountain design were exquisite. Just as I was about to try one, I heard a familiar laugh from behind me. Anna, you're here to buy me some of those pearl crisps? I frowned. Him again? When Philip saw me, he covered his mouth in mock surprise. Oh, Eric. Sorry, I didn't see you. Hey, are you guys picking out wedding favors? The pearl crisps from this place are amazing. Anna brings me here all the time. My fingers tightened slightly. So she had brought him here many times, while I only found out this place was good from my best friend. Philip picked up a new item. Eric, want to try this one? It's perfect for the beach. Amazing with champagne. I took a small step back. No thanks. I've already picked mine. You two enjoy. Philip froze for a second, then put on a hurt, innocent expression. Are you upset because I'm here? I can leave. Anna grabbed Philip's wrist. Eric didn't mean that. You don't have to go. She turned to me, staring into my eyes. Eric, Philip is going to be your best man. Don't be so harsh, you'll scare him. I was stunned. When was this decided? Shouldn't I be the one to choose my best man? Then again, she changed the wedding venue without my consent. What else did she need my permission for? I replied with a blank expression. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. They were both shocked, clearly not expecting me to be so serious. Philip's eyes started to redden. Forget it, I should just go. I don't want to be in the way. But Anna held onto his hand, lacing her fingers with his. Eric, you're about to get married. Why are you being so childish? Ever since we set the date, you've been sulking all the time. Is there any point? Philip whispered to her, leaning in closer. Anna, don't be like that. Anna seemed agitated. Don't try to stop me. I've had enough. Eric, you can keep acting out, but don't blame me for not coddling you when you cry yourself blind again. The shop fell silent. The employees awkwardly looked down at the floor. My heart felt like it had been plunged into ice. So that's how she saw it. In her eyes, my blindness was just from crying myself blind out of jealousy. And here I was, still hoping she would remember the meaning of a mountain wedding. How many times had this happened? Philip would use low blood sugar or a headache as an excuse to have Anna stay with him, and she would immediately drop our plans to go take care of him. I had a 102-degree fever, but Anna just texted drink more water because she had to go shopping with Philip. She said she'd come see me later, but she never showed up. Whenever I complained, she'd say, "Why are you so immature? Philip really needs me." On our anniversary, Anna promised to go with me to see the sunrise over the Golden Peaks. I carefully prepared an anniversary gift, but Anna forgot again. It's just a date. Do you have to be so dramatic? But for Philip's birthday, she booked a restaurant a month in advance, bought gifts, and even posted on her social media, "Happy birthday to the most important person in my life." Thinking about all that and seeing the situation now, I was tired. I should have given up and left a long time ago. As I turned to leave, Anna just stared at my back and threw out one last comment. He's probably just got pre-wedding jitters. Don't mind him, he's not well. How kind of her to still be making excuses for me. Through the glass window, I could see her holding Philip's hand, feeding him a pearl crisp. They were the ones who looked like a couple. That night, I received a voice message from Anna. Eric, don't be mad. I'm so busy with work, and I have to take care of both of you. Can't you be more understanding? We're going to be husband and wife soon. I need you to be more mature. She sounded a little tipsy, rambling on and on. I had no desire to listen anymore. She had it the hardest. So I'll grant her wish and completely lighten her burden. The day before the wedding, Anna seemed unable to hold it in any longer and called me. Eric, you've confirmed all the wedding arrangements, right? I grunted an affirmation while packing my bags for the flight to the mountains. Yeah, I've looked over everything. Anna audibly sighed in relief. Good, that's good. I'll come pick you up tomorrow. The next day, I put on my suit. It wasn't the one Anna had picked out. I heard a car pull up outside, and my phone rang. Anna's voice was rushed. Eric, Philip sprained his ankle. I'm taking him to the hospital, so I won't have time to pick you up. Just go to the wedding venue by yourself. It's just a formality. I'll head straight there later. I replied calmly, okay. Anna paused, as if she sensed something was off in my tone. You're not mad, are you? No. You do what you have to do. After the call ended, Anna let out a breath of relief and turned to Philip in the passenger seat. Does it hurt? Just hang in there, we're almost at the hospital. Philip's eyes were teary. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault, making you late to pick up your groom. Anna squeezed his hand reassuringly. Don't say that. You're hurt. How could I not take care of you? But a sense of unease lingered in her heart. My attitude had been far too calm. Maybe Eric has come to his senses, she thought. He knows he has a place in my heart. I'll make it up to him during the honeymoon. At the beachside wedding venue, Anna's family and guests had arrived, but none of the groom's family or friends were there. Anna arrived with Philip and saw the scene, her heart instantly sinking. No way. Don't tell me Eric didn't see that the venue was changed. She couldn't bear to imagine that outcome. She dialed my number, but no one answered. She kept checking her watch, her face growing darker by the minute. Finally, my call connected. Anna yelled, her voice frantic. Eric, where are you? The guests are all waiting. I looked out the window at the falling snow. I'm already here. The wedding march is playing in the chapel. I'm about to walk in. Anna was stunned. Where are you? Why don't I see you? I held up my phone. Listen, I said softly. The sound of a wedding hymn drifted through the phone, mixed with the sound of the wind. Anna froze, her voice trembling. Why, you're at the mountain resort? Are you crazy? I changed the venue. I laughed lightly. I know. Anna was dumbfounded. What do you mean, you know? You knew and you still went? Why are you being so stubborn? This is the biggest day of our lives. And you didn't even say anything to me beforehand. Did you tell me beforehand when you changed the venue? My retort left Anna speechless for a moment. The beach is so romantic. I wanted to give you a surprise. Why can't you understand my good intentions? I smiled faintly. Someone was waiting for me in the distance. I can't understand. And I don't need to anymore. I'm getting married. Goodbye. I hung up and handed my phone to my best man to hold. Anna kept calling, but the line would never connect again. A suffocating pain tightened in her chest, and tears welled up in her eyes. He was getting married? Who was he marrying? Anna finally understood. This time I was truly angry. Her parents walked over, looking at her with confusion. What's going on? Where's Eric? Didn't you go pick him up? Tears rolled down Anna's cheeks. She didn't know how to explain. Megan, who was a bridesmaid, suddenly realized what had happened. I told you not to take it too far, but you wouldn't listen. This is a wedding, something so important, and you changed the venue without telling him. You can't blame him for not showing up now. I think I saw Eric at a dress shop with some other woman a while back. I thought I was seeing things. Turns out he eloped with someone else. Anna's parents understood. They grabbed her arm angrily. You fool. Hurry up and go get your husband back. Anna, her eyes red, grabbed Philip's hand. Philip, come with me to the mountain. Now. Philip pulled his hand back, looking aggrieved. But my foot still hurts. And what are you going to do? He's already… Anna screamed hysterically. He's my groom. I won't let him marry someone else. You have to be there and explain to him that there's nothing between us. Standing in front of me was my ophthalmologist, Dr. Ivy Lynn. She was also a senior from my program in college. She was 2 years ahead of me and had been the top student in the ophthalmology department. After she went abroad for further studies, we lost touch. Last year, after I went blind saving Anna, I was sent to the hospital. To my surprise, my attending physician was her. Eric, Do you remember me? My vision was blurry at the time, and I couldn't recognize her by voice alone. Doctor, do we know each other? Ivy chuckled softly. It's okay. We can get to know each other again now. During one of my follow-up visits, I casually mentioned, the AC in this hospital is freezing. Ivy handed me a soft cashmere blanket. You were always sensitive to the cold back in college. You haven't changed. I was suddenly stunned. How do you remember that? Ivy just smiled without answering. Memories of college started to surface, and I gradually began to remember Ivy. I only recalled that she was a nice senior, always polite and courteous, who would thoughtfully remember the little preferences of people around her. When Ivy heard my assessment of her, she smiled slightly. That was for you, not for everyone. My face instantly flushed. I had no idea someone had been quietly watching over me. I remember one time after a fight with Anna, I had cried my eyes out again, leading to an eye infection. The world went dark around me. I had a complete breakdown, unable to accept the outcome. I'll never see the sunrise over the mountains again. Ivy gently changed my bandages. Yes, you will. Besides, the first time you saw the sunrise wasn't with Anna. It was during your sophomore year. You snuck up the mountain alone and almost got lost. I was shocked. How did you know that? The tips of Ivy's ears turned slightly red. Because I was there that day. It turned out she had been worried I would get lost alone. So she had followed me the whole way, not wanting to disturb me, just silently making sure I got down the mountain safely. It felt so good to be cherished and protected. I understood Ivy's feelings for me, but the timing of our reunion was all wrong. I was getting married. When I gave her the wedding invitation, she looked a little disappointed, but she still graciously congratulated me. If you ever get tired, remember to look back. I'll always be here. That day, standing outside the KTV and hearing what Anna and her friends said, I immediately turned around and called Ivy. The wedding venue is already booked. You want to try getting married on the fly? Ivy sounded surprised. She could hear the impulsiveness in my voice. After a few seconds of silence, I sighed to myself. If you don't want to, that's fine. I was about to hang up when I heard Ivy's bright laughter from the other end. I've liked you for 8 years. How is that on the fly? Wait for me. I'm on my way. Ivy helped me recreate the ideal wedding I had described in college. A starry sky, snow-capped mountains, and the person I love most. She even found the photo of the sunrise she took when I got lost all those years ago and had it made into an album for me. When the officiant asked if we took each other, Ivy held my hands tightly, her eyes shining. You once gave everything for someone else. From now on, it's my turn to protect you. I cried, tears of genuine joy streaming down my face. By the time Anna arrived, it was the next day. The guests had left, and Ivy and I were revisiting the old spots. Her eyes were bloodshot. She grabbed me and wouldn't let go. Why? Just because I changed the wedding venue, you're throwing me away? I answered flatly, maybe not. It's the final straw, not the first. I was just tired of getting to this point. Anna pointed at Ivy, unwilling to accept it. What can she give you? We have 5 years of history. If you just want to make me angry, you can't just elope with a stranger. I looked at her, on the verge of a breakdown, and said calmly, we've known each other for 8 years. We're not strangers. Anna took a step back. So, you two have been together all this time? You cheated on me? I gave a helpless, bitter smile. This is how she saw me. Didn't you say I was immature? Your mature Philip is waiting for you back there. Don't let him catch a cold, or you'll be heartbroken. And this time, if he faints again, I won't be giving him my blood. Anna stared blankly, shaking her head. You're still just sulking. This is all about Philip, isn't it? I told you he has it tough. I was just being a little nicer to him. Why can't you understand how difficult it is for me? I shook my head. I do understand. That's why I'm not making it difficult for you anymore. I'm leaving you, setting you free. Anna froze. That's not what I wanted. What you wanted was for me to be generous, to swallow my feelings, to let you have your cake and eat it too. But I'm not willing to sacrifice myself anymore. The woman I want has to be completely 100% mine. I cut her off. Since we're breaking up, Let me make things perfectly clear. I didn't want you spending my birthday with someone else. I didn't want you to be a single phone call away from leaving me when I was sick and needed you. I didn't want to be anemic and still have you force me to donate blood at the hospital for someone else. And when I fainted, you accused me of faking it. With every sentence I spoke, Anna's face grew paler. She couldn't believe I had so many resentments. After a moment, she grew defensive. If you were so unhappy, why didn't you say anything? If you don't speak up, how am I supposed to know you're hurting? I scoffed. You think I didn't? You think I didn't argue with you? And didn't you just call me immature? Anna's face was ashen. She had no comeback. I stared at her. Do you remember why I chose the mountain resort for the wedding? Anna paused, then answered casually, the scenery is nice. But isn't the beach more romantic? I gave a cold smile. You really don't know. You never respected my choices. There's no need to regret it now. You should go. We should have ended this a long time ago. Anna was still frozen, unwilling to leave, but Philip couldn't take it anymore. The cold wind cut through his coat, and he was shivering. Anna, I feel sick. As she walked down the mountain, she kept looking back at me, but Ivy and I were heading up. Anna stared at my retreating back and suddenly understood. She finally remembered that the mountaintop was where we first met. She loved to push the limits, climbing snowy mountains, bungee jumping, skydiving. When I would express my concern, she would always say, "What's there to be afraid of? You're here." I was always the one who silently cleaned up her messes, preparing first aid kits in advance, planning routes, and researching local medical and emergency services. I remember a year ago, Anna and her friends planned to hike on an undeveloped mountain trail. I tried to persuade her against it. The forecast says there's a blizzard tomorrow. It's too dangerous. Anna was dismissive. What's there to be afraid of? I'm experienced. Nothing will happen. We met on a snowy mountain 4 years ago. Remember? I argued that a tourist spot was different from an undeveloped area, but she wouldn't listen. On their way back, they were caught in a sudden blizzard. Anna slipped on a steep slope and was left dangling from the edge of a cliff. I desperately held on to her, but the rocks were loose, and we both fell. In the moment of impact, I used my body to shield her. My own head struck a block of ice, and I was knocked out instantly. I suffered a traumatic brain injury. The pressure on my optic nerve caused temporary blindness. The doctors said if my rehabilitation went well, I might recover some vision, but it would require long-term treatment. Hearing this, Anna wept at my bedside, squeezing my hand. From now on, I'll be your eyes. I'll take care of you for the rest of your life. When you get better, we'll get married. I will never let you down. In the beginning, Anna was indeed attentive, accompanying me to treatments every day and helping me read documents. It's okay if you can't see. I'm here. Later, as my vision gradually improved but still required regular checkups, Anna started to get impatient. You can see now, can't you? Do I really have to go with you every time? Philip needs me. He's going through a lot, and I can't just leave him. Eventually, she even forgot the dates of my appointments. You never used to be so needy. I already promised to marry you. What more do you want? Anna remembered it all now. My insistence on the mountain wedding wasn't just because it was where we first met, it was where I had risked my life for her. A symbol of our shared struggle and commitment. On the way back, Anna turned on the car radio. When she heard the sound of snow falling, she suddenly remembered it was my favorite song. In the corner of the passenger seat was a sticky note I had written before. Turns out I was the only one who remembered. Anna rested her head on the steering wheel and sobbed. I'm sorry, Eric. I was wrong. After spending 3 days at the mountain resort, Ivy and I returned. We decided to take advantage of the time off to go to City Hall and get our marriage license. At the entrance, I was shocked to see Anna. She rushed over from the side and grabbed my arm. Eric, you can't go in. Ivy immediately stepped in front of me. Let go of him. Anna stared at me intently. Just 5 minutes. Please, just listen to me for 5 minutes. I calmly pulled my hand away. Anna's palm was suddenly empty, and she stumbled. Then, Anna's knees hit the ground, and she knelt heavily on the steps of City Hall. I know I was wrong. The wedding, your appointments, Philip, everything was my fault. She fumbled in her pocket and pulled out a velvet box. Inside was the ring from our engagement. You said that if I ever came back, you would always be there. I looked down at the ring and gave a bitter smile. Anna, do you remember what you said on the day I proposed? Anna looked blank. I said, I would be good to you for the rest of my life. I looked into her eyes. But did you? What makes you think I have to give you chance after chance? What makes you think I can't live without you? Anna's eyes reddened, and tears began to fall. I was wrong. I was too confident. No, I was just an asshole. I looked at her with cold indifference. Anna, some mistakes can't be fixed just by kneeling. I took Ivy's hand, and as we turned to leave, Anna's mother came and blocked my way. Eric, I know Anna's been a fool, but you two have been through so much. She really does have you in her heart. I met her gaze. Ma'am, do you believe that if Philip called her right this second, she would get up and leave immediately? Her mother froze and looked at Anna. Anna looked panicked. She opened her mouth but didn't know what to say. I shook my head gently. Ma'am, you've lived a long life. You know that's not what love is. Her mother guiltily let go of my arm and looked down, ashamed. Ivy and I got our license without any more trouble, but Anna was still kneeling on the steps of City Hall. Eric, I didn't want to watch her self-pitying act anymore and got into the car with Ivy. The next day, Anna posted on her social media feed, one last trip to the mountain as a farewell. Megan tried to talk her out of it. Are you going to the undeveloped area? They just issued a blizzard warning, and you're still going? Are you crazy? You almost died there last time. Anna gave a bitter laugh. I have to take a gamble. If he still cares, he'll come. Megan was stunned, not knowing what else to say. After all, she had brought this on herself. As the blizzard rolled in, Anna appeared at the mountain entrance. She waited, but she didn't see me. Megan pleaded with her. Go back. He's not coming. Don't throw your life away for this. It's not worth it. Anna wouldn't give up. She contacted me again. Eric, are you really not going to care about me anymore? Hearing her choked, pitiful voice, I responded flatly. Anna, you're an adult. You're responsible for your own life. But you used to. I used to love you. Now I don't. Anna was at a loss for words, her hand shaking uncontrollably. I hung up the phone, done with the drama. Half an hour later, I received a video from her. She had gone into the mountains. The wind howled, and snow filled the air. Anna's lips were purple from the cold, her voice trembling. Eric, look, we took a picture right here last year. In the video, she staggered through deep snow, the camera shaking violently. A second video came through. Remember? This is the rock where you grabbed me when I almost slipped. A sudden gust of wind nearly knocked her over, but she stubbornly stood her ground and continued recording. I know you hate me, but can you just text me back one thing? I watched it silently and put my phone aside. What difference would it make if I replied or not? Was there any chance of us going back to the way things were? She called me childish, but she was the childish one. The blizzard intensified, with visibility under 15 feet. The trail warning signs were already buried in snow. Anna smiled at the camera. Eric, look, I made it to the highest point we reached last time. Suddenly, her foot slipped, and she screamed as she fell. Wait, this ice isn't right. The ice shattered. The camera spun wildly and the video cut out. The final message showed, sending failed. No signal. My heart leaped into my throat, but then it settled just as quickly. Ivy's large hand rested on my shoulder, her gaze gentle. Should we call the police? My phone had been silent for a long time. More than likely, something had happened to her. I thought for a moment. No. Ivy raised an eyebrow, surprised. I thought you might have a soft spot. I shook my head slightly. The day I fell for her, she called Philip first to tell him she was safe. It was half an hour before she called an ambulance for me. She has family and friends. It's not my place to call the police for her. That evening, I got a text from Megan. The rescue team found Anna. She has a compound fracture in her right leg. Can you come see her? She keeps calling out your name. No matter what, she got hurt because of you. Despite Megan's pleas, I refused. When I was calling out her name, none of you seemed to hear anything. Let's just leave it. Dragging this out won't do anyone any good. She was stunned for a moment, then awkwardly hung up. At the hospital, Philip showed up with a fruit basket but hesitated at the door, his eyes darting around. Anna was weak but felt a glimmer of comfort. Philip, you came. Philip fidgeted with the hem of his shirt, his voice small. Anna, I don't really know how to take care of people. Anna forced a smile. It's okay. You don't have to take care of me. Just talking is fine. Philip was fiddling with his phone. But my girlfriend might get upset. Anna froze. Girlfriend? Since when? Philip blinked innocently, a sweet look in his eyes. We've been together for a week. She doesn't like me getting too close to other girls. Anna's heart sank. She couldn't figure out if what she felt for Philip was love or just friendship. She always wanted to take care of him. His weakness made her feel needed. But Eric, he could handle so many things on his own. It seemed he didn't need her that much. No, that's not right. When he was blind, he needed me too. It's just, I think I got used to him being independent. A shiver went through Anna as she suddenly remembered. Philip sighed beside her. Anna, the doctor said your leg is done for. You might be disabled for life. I need someone who can take care of me, not someone like you. Philip stood up, ready to leave. Besides, we've always just been good friends, right? Images flashed through Anna's mind. Changing the wedding venue for him, ordering him the expensive suit, neglecting Eric for him. A wave of nausea washed over her. So that was it. While Eric was risking his life for me, I was giving my all for someone else. Everyone else knows their partner is the most important person. Only I threw away a diamond for a piece of glass. Anna looked at her ruined leg and let out a bitter smile. Payback. This was payback. Philip picked up his bag and opened the door. Anna, get well soon. We should probably see less of each other from now on. Anna sneered. Get out. Philip's eyes reddened, as if he were the one being wronged. Don't be like that. This is really hard for me. Anna grabbed a glass of water and threw it at the door. I said, get out. The glass shattered. Philip ran off, terrified, without a second glance. Tears streamed down Anna's face as she slammed her fist against her useless leg. 2 months later, Ivy was with me for a prenatal checkup. I caught a glimpse of Anna in a wheelchair. She had her caregiver quickly push her away, not wanting to face me. Just as well. We were strangers now. When we got the test results, Ivy wrapped her arms around me and smiled, full of happiness. Ivy and I were about to welcome a new member to our family. Anna hid in a corner, her face a mask of envy and regret. She understood now that the man whose world once revolved around her would never cry for her, laugh for her, or risk his life for her again. His future now belonged to someone else.